An artist, author, and provocateur, Salvador Dalí was one of the most notable figures of the Surrealist movement. He was the first artist to apply Sigmund Freud's psychoanalysis in his paintings. Salvador Dalí was born in Figueres, Spain, on May 11, 1904. He had an older brother who passed away 9 months before he was born. He was also named Salvador Dalí. When Dalí was 5 years old, his parents took him to see his brother's grave and told him that he was his brother's reincarnation. This had an enormous psychological impact on Dalí and in many ways was the driving force behind his eccentrics. Dalí started drawing at an early age. In 1916 he started to attend 2 drawing schools in Figueres. During this time Dalí met an artist named Ramon Pichot, who would become his mentor. In 1919 Dalí had his first public exhibition. In 1922 he started taking classes at the Academy of Fine Arts in Madrid. He studied such forms of art like metaphysics, cubism, Dada. Some of the artists he studied were Bronzino, Raphael, Diego Velázquez, who he got the idea for his mustache from. Between 1926 and 1929 Dalí took several trips to Paris where he met Pablo Picasso, Juan Miró, Paul Eluard, and René Magritte, who introduced him to Surrealism. In 1929 Dalí met his future wife and muse, Elena Gala Diakonova. They got married in 1934. From 1929 to 1937 he produced the paintings which made him the world's best-known Surrealist artist. His best-known work, The Persistence of Memory, was completed in August 1931. It's one of the most famous Surrealist paintings. Dalí was an avid reader of Sigmund Freud's psychoanalytic theories. Dalí invented paranoiac critical method, a mental exercise of accessing the subconscious to enhance artistic creativity. In the late 1930s Dalí started painting with a more Renaissance feel. His ambivalent political views during the rise of fascism led him to be expelled from the Surrealist movement. In 1940, as World War II started in Europe, Dalí and Gala moved to the United States. Dalí was offered his first major exhibit at the Museum of Modern Art in New York in 1941. This was followed by the publication of his autobiography, The Secret Life of Salvador Dalí, in 1942. Dalí and Gala moved back to Spain in 1948, and by this time Dalí had fully moved away from Surrealism. Dalí started to move to neoclassicism style of painting, focusing mainly on history, science, and religion. In 1961 the idea for the Dalí Theatre Museum started to take shape, and he would dedicate the next decade to this project. The museum is located in his hometown of Figueres. In 1980, Dalí was forced to retire from painting due to a motor disorder that caused permanent trembling and weakness in his hands. In 1982, Gala passed away and Dalí started to decline in his health. He passed away in 1989 in Figueres. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.